to Fruit Basket Valentine. This is a game where you have love interests and they're kind of fruity. And there's also a big twist. So, hang in there. Let's figure it out together. I put my camera here. Hopefully it's in a good spot. To my Valentine, I wish for you the most fruitful Valentine's Day. Love, Jordan. XOXO. What? What just happened? Griffin's in here being a menace. The strawberry moving? What is happening? Oh, the XOXO part. Jesus. I remember falling. I don't know if it hurt or if someone even caught me, but I ended up in the school's fancy infirmary. The strong smell of alcohol gave it away. It was so sterile. Oh, you're finally awake. I had just missed the man attending me. He disappeared behind the curtain. All I could make out was his shape as he moved around. How are you feeling? Fine, but my head. I figured as much. I heard the scritch-scratch of his pen as he jotted something on paper. You alright to walk? I think so. I sat upright in bed, groaning. Ribbon, could you play quieter or something, please? Jesus. He's playing with a hair tie. Like, I could buy them the most fancy, expensive cat toys and they prefer hair ties. What day is it? That's strange. You have a slight lapse in memory. He mumbled something to himself, but I couldn't quite make out the rest of what he said. It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's. But don't worry, it's only noon, so you've still got the rest of the day. Speaking of which, the box in your bag fell out when one of your friends brought you in. I promise I didn't see anything, and I put it right back. It's on the floor next to the bed. A box? I leaned over the bed, reaching for my bag. Rummaging through its contents, I found a heart-shaped box of what I can only assume are chocolates for my Valentine. I flipped the box over twice, searching for a name or note or something. Who was I supposed to give this to? Now, where are those boys? They said they'd return around lunch. Wait, boys? As in more than one? The halls beyond the door echoed with fast-paced footsteps, almost like a crowd was stampeding through. Then suddenly, there were 3 loud knocks. The man behind the curtain shifted in his seat. That must be them. I'll get the door. He left his chair, his shadow disappearing as he walked further away. I peered down at the tiles, studying his blurry reflection. Jordan! Just as I'd come to understanding the shapes I was seeing, the curtain swept open, revealing something I had only ever thought true in dreams. Your heads! They're all fruits. Like real fruits too, which is so funny. What's wrong with your heads? Rude. What's wrong with yours? Nothing. I just... Banana. Wait, I should move my camera. Okay, I moved it here because normally it'd be in the way of like people's heads, but now it's in the way of who's speaking, I think. I heard their voices, but I couldn't see any mouths or lips moving. Their fruit heads were completely featureless. So silly. You can't see it? See what? What are you talking about? You have no faces! Your heads are fruit-shaped! Or actual fruits or something! They were silent for a while, likely baffled by my outburst. But I swear I was not going crazy. Doc? You sure Jordan's good to go? The banana cocked its head to the side, a puzzled expression undoubtedly present on its face, if it had one. Well, yes. Oh, the doctor's an apple. Despite your slight lapse in memory, you seem quite fine this morning, Jordan. Lapse in memory? That doesn't sound good at all, Sensei. Well, yes, that's true, but the tools and instruments said... Hey! The strawberry, who had been silent thus far, leaned toward me, his... face? See my face? Yeah. Face. His face nearly touching mine. You do recognize us, right? Of course I do, Strawberry. Strawberry? Griffin, no. It's Sutoro. But I guess that was close enough. This is troubling. Strawberry? If you don't know who we are, then... I'm Bo, your most treasured friend and neighbor. The banana interrupted the orange. Bo, don't overwhelm Jordan. We're already bothering... Psh, you don't mind, right, Jordan? No, yeah, I can keep up. Despite all my confusion, it seems I was able to muster a pretty convincing smile. See, look at that smile. Our friend's fine. But he thinks you're a banana. Well, alright. I'm Renjio, your senior and basketball captain. Ooh, basketball. Oh, senpai. Basketball? You mean you don't remember being on the basketball team either? I shook my head shamefully. Really, Apollo. You're a poor excuse for a doctor. Oh, there's a Pear. A pear-headed man clicked his tongue as he strode through the door. I imagined him shooting a condescending glance towards the apple as he sighed and shook his head. I stood in the doorway long enough to glean what was going on. Pear. That's so funny. Your homeroom teacher and the team's coach. Oh, hi, coach. But I use the most up-to-date diagnosis tools, Pierre. If I could see the apple's face, he'd probably be pouting and pleading for approval with puppy dog eyes. Aw, poor guy. Pat on his little apple head. The pear snuffed him, and all the apple could do was let out a disappointed sigh. Ringo sensei. His name is Apollo Ringo. Ringo is apple in Japanese. Well, I'm Apollo Ringo, and where did the and come from? I'm Apollo Ringo, the school's physician. I think my hair is tucked into my collar. I'm truly sorry. I really thought you'd be all right by now. That's okay. I forgive you. Hey, maybe if we take you around school, you'll remember things. That sounds like a great idea. I can take you to the courts. Don't be foolish. It's so funny that the basketball captain's head is an orange, like a basketball. Bum, bum, bum. That's the sound of me dribbling. Okay. Don't be foolish. Pear Sensei shot down the idea as soon as it had been mentioned. Jordan should remain in bed, resting. I disagree, Pierre. I think some ambulation will do dear Jordan here some good. Don't be ridiculous, Apollo. It's so funny that there's a little pear icon in that. Okay. You were the one who misdiagnosed the poor student in the first place. I think Jordan should decide. I don't think you can know if somebody has amnesia or not before they wake up. Wait, what? Before I could even formulate a thought, Bo and Senpai were chiming in. Of course! It's only right you decide. Yeah, you're the one we're fighting over, so you pick. Okay, I'm gonna save. Why? Because I know what I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna stay in bed because I think I'm gonna try and give chocolates to Pear Sensei. I think Pear Sensei's right. I shouldn't be wandering around in this condition. I could get more hurt. Teacher-student relationships are a no-no. They're bad. They're bad. Very bad. However, outside of that, he's an adult and he plays sports ball, and that's cool. That's why I picked Pear Sensei. Not because of the teacher-student thing. That's bad. That's gross. That's horrible. Don't do that. If you're a student, you cannot consent to somebody with more power than you. So, it doesn't matter if you want it or not. It is a no-no. Anyway, disclaimer done, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, at At least someone around here has some sense. Now off to class, all of you. But Sensei, it's still lunchtime. Then go to lunch. I don't care. Just get out of here. Pear Sensei forced the boys through the door, slamming it shut behind him. Apollo, I want you to keep an eye on my player. I need all the club members at top shape for the game this evening. Of course. Oh, I have to play in a game this evening? The fuck? Yeah, there's not really a good place for my camera, is there? Wait, there's a game tonight? Yeah. My same thoughts. Yes, the opening scrimmage of the season. And you're keeping me in like this? You've always been a starting player, Jordan. There's only 7 members on the team, and with 1 member sick at home, I've only got 6. Unless you can find someone to replace you, you're playing at the scrimmage tonight. Okay, that's why he wants me in bed. So you get better quick and then play tonight. But I... Rest now. You're in... The pair glanced at the apple and shuddered. Grossly incapable hands. He's so rude. He sighed. You know what? I'll have you make another decision. Who would you rather recuperate with? Me or this dim-witted doctor? Hey! Pear Sensei. I think I'd be more comfortable with you, Pear Sensei. The pair let out a satisfied grunt. Then grab your bag. Wait, but I thought... There's no way I'm prolonging my stay in this idiot's playground. Pierre! Sighed Ingo Sensei. Wait, Pear Sensei, where are we going? Somewhere we won't catch stupid. Okay, he's such a dick. Maybe I'm regretting my choice a little. If the pair had eyes, I'd say he gave the apple a sideways glance as he left the room. I quickly grabbed my things. Griffin? No. I quickly grabbed my things, bowed towards Ringo Sensei, and followed Pear Sensei down the hall. Griffin's trying to get on the table and listen. No. Because it's covered in shit that he's gonna cause a muckus. A muckus? He did yesterday. He threw shit all over the floor because, I don't know, he got excited from being on the table. I have no idea what happened. You remember where you sit? I took one good look at the classroom before me, hoping I'd be that lucky student with a seat in the back near the window, but I knew it'd be too good to be true to have the quintessential hero seat. I shook my head, admitting defeat. Dear God. I think you meant the other kind of deer. What can you imagine? Somebody is causing you problems and you like pray to the deer god. The god of deers. Did you really hit your head that hard falling? Don't answer that. Pear Sensei sighed, taking his seat behind his desk at the front of the room. You're in the second seat in the 3rd row from the front. He waved me in the direction he was referring to. Take a look at your things. Maybe you'll remember something. When I arrived at my desk, I set my things on my chair. Let's check the desk. I studied the surface of my desk, but found no etchings, graffitis, or signs of Griffin! It's hot in here, but he's misbehaving. I kicked him out. I studied the surface of my desk, but found no etchings, graffitis, or signs of wear and tear. It was like my desk was completely new. I resorted to peering inside the desk itself. There were some notes shoved in between some pages of my textbooks, and a bunch of papers crumpled all the way in the back. Sorry, excuse me. Reaching in, I removed all the crumpled paper and smoothed them out on the edge of the table. They were all nothing but a bunch of math notes. It didn't even look like I doodled in the margins. I must have been a good student. Alright, check bag. I'm glad we get to check them all. I set my bag atop my desk and dumped all its contents. Look at the chockies. I studied the box of chocolates more carefully this time. Upon close inspection, I discovered that the box had already been opened. I lifted the lid, but to my further surprise, all the chocolates were present in one piece. Store-bought chocolates are usually sealed with cellophane, so were these handmade or store-bought? Each chocolate was beautifully decorated. Some were drizzled in white chocolate and others sprinkled with wafer flakes. And even more impressive, each was different from the other, and no two were the same. Yeah, those are definitely store-bought. There's no way these were handmade by an amateur. They're so pretty. I don't think I could have made these. The sweet scent was tempting, but I willed myself not to give in. These aren't for you. They're for your Valentine. These aren't for you. They're for your Valentine. I replaced the lid and set the chocolates. Chocolates are so good. Aside, I want Chuckies. Look at notebooks. I pulled the stack of notebooks from my bag and flipped through their pages. Nothing but notes upon notes. It did get me curious, though. Sensei, what subject do you teach? Ha! Not one you were ever remarkable at. Okay, you dick. Which is? Mathematics. I stared at a bunch of notes I'd compiled from my search. A whole bunch of math notes. Okay, so he's a jock, and he teaches math. So he's kind of like a jockey nerd. I see. And we're apparently shit at it. I stuffed them all back where I found them. Look through pencil case. I found a pencil case at the bottom of my backpack. Nothing particular stood out to me except a slip of paper stuck between the eraser's cover. What's this? Dear someone, people have always told to wish. I could barely read its contents. Some words were smudged and it was written in cursive too. Yeah. People have always told to wish on shooting stars, but each night I look up at the moon, probably, or sky. I could never seem to find one. I'm beginning to think shooting stars. What does this even say? Oh. Dear illegible, people always said, to wish on shooting stars, but each night I look up at the sky, I can't even see. I'm beginning to think shooting stars don't exist. You showed me this blank once. In it were all these strange words and symbols. We tried reciting one of those poems, and nothing really ever happened, but blank left a page, blank stealing it. Interesting. Signed, Momotaro. Like the peach kid? I don't know. I flipped the note over twice, looking for other possible hints or clues about this thing the writer mentioned. Nothing. So creepy. Investigate something. Check locker. Okay. I decided to see if there were some clues in my locker, but as soon as I stood up, Pear Sensei was breathing down my neck. Where do you think you're going? I was gonna check my shoe locker. Psh, yeah, right. Sit back down. I'm responsible for you now, and you're staying right here. Okay. There's plenty of other things you can look at. No, there's not. I sighed, returning to my seat. Pear Sensei peered over a stack of papers on his desk. So, know who you are yet? Not really. Looks like I was pretty studious, though. Ha! Don't make me laugh. You may study hard, but your marks are nowhere near top of the class. You're a B student at best. Gee, thanks. Yeah, this guy's a dick. I gathered all my belongings and placed them where I found them. But something about what I found was bothering me. Sensei, do you know anyone named Momotaro? Of course I do. There's a ton of Momotaros in this country. What about at this school? Obviously, that's what you're getting at. Yes, he's a first year on the basketball team. Why do you ask? Did you find something? I'll show him the note. Yeah, this weird note. I fumbled around with the eraser, pulling out the note I had tucked under the cover. Before I could even finish unfolding it, Sensei swiped the sheet from my hand and began studying it. Ha! What is this? Some sort of confession? That's what it seems like. The student is confessing to stealing something of yours. Any idea what that was? Like, I watched you two enough to know what you own. No, I have no idea what he's talking about. Well, could you bring him here or something? Sensei was making it very hard to like him. Yeah, he's such a brat. Then, may I have the note back, please? Pear Sensei grunted, handing the piece of crumpled paper to me. Yeah, you'd have more luck asking Momotaro yourself, but his homeroom teacher said he didn't come to school today. Oh no! Finally, Sensei shared some information that was actually useful. Yeah, thank God. This guy. Thanks. He scoffed. If I were you, I'd just focus on making sure I could play the game this afternoon. The teenage melodrama can wait. Dude, I don't have a memory! I sighed, returning to my seat to soothe an oncoming headache. After school. Oh, already? Okay. I got on with the rest of the day, unable to make much progress on my enigmas. Unfortunately, I learned nothing helpful. I gripped the gift firmly in my hands. The me from yesterday probably spent hours building up courage to give these sweets to someone. I couldn't let all that heart-wrenching hard work go to waste. Who were these chocolates meant for? No one. Eat it. Wait, can I go back? Let's save again. I don't like the sound it makes when you rub over the buttons. I don't like it. Let's give them to Pear Sensei, since we are already in this deep. Even though I just left the classroom, I found myself wandering back. Pear Sensei was still at his desk, gathering papers. Why aren't you at the gym yet? I don't have an excuse. Even though I couldn't see his face, I could tell Pear Sensei was death glaring at me. He's so rude, Whatever excuse I could come up with would not be convincing enough. I came to give you a box of chocolates. I confessed, holding the heart-shaped box close to my chest. Why is it heart-shaped? That's so cringy. That's so cringy. That's so, like... I don't know. Like... intense isn't the right wording. It's like... kind of like over the top, but like emotionally. I don't know if I'm making any sense. That's like so cheesy. It's cheesy. That's what I wanted to say. It's cheesy. He, however, seemed to ignore me and continued organizing his desk. A long silence passed before he spoke again. So why are you still here? You expecting something? No, sir. Then leave the chocolates and go. I promptly obeyed, placing the box gently on his desk and scrambling out the door. What a dick. We got Pierre's bad ending? There's a good end? Why are there fresh sliced pears? Okay, there are so many endings. Okay. Wait, how do we get his good ending? Silhouette sprites? I wonder who this is. No. This is Momotaro. Oh. Remember how I said the peach boy? I was talking about the boy in the peach. Or the peach pit boy or something like that. It's a Japanese story. On the page, this guy, he's the peach. He has a peach for his head on the Ichio page. So that must be Momotaro. And also Momo means peach. I don't know what Taro means. Maybe it means pit. I don't know. Wow, why is he mad at us? What did we do that peeved him off? Let's click continue. Let's wait new. Skip. Let's stay in bed. Skip. Pear Sensei. Skip. We'll check the desk. Skip. Check bag. Yeah, okay, investigate something else. I do have to check my locker, so never mind. Keep the note secret. No. It seemed my answer was unconvincing. Pear Sensei leaned toward me from his desk. No? I mean, his name just popped in my head, like I randomly remembered it or something. Ha! You were never good at lying, Jordan. What are you hiding? I told Sensei about the note I found, about its contents and its signer. That's it? I nodded shamefully. Why did you feel the need to hide that from me? I don't know. You just seemed so... I felt his eyes burn holes through my head, and the more I thought about how to tell Pear Sensei my thoughts, the more flustered I became. I seem so what, Jordan? So rude, judgmental, mean? Yeah? Well, I tried to come up with words that were more pleasant, but nothing came to mind. Finally, I just gave up and agreed. Yeah, I guess. I just feel like I should be on guard when I'm around you. You're not what I would call a nice guy. Sensei folded his hands, resting what I could only guess was his forehead on his thumbs. It made me wonder, was Sensei smirking? If I were as kind as Apollo, you numbskulls would learn nothing. But still, Sensei shifted in his seat, turning his pear head towards the window. As a teacher, I at least hope my students can trust me enough to help when something's bothering them. He's got a pear for a head. It's so ridiculous. He turned his head again, this time, I think, to look at me. You lied in the infirmary, too. No, You are better off with Apollo. He's a doctor, after all. Sensei, really, What can a math teacher and basketball coach do for you anyway? Calculate the probability of health? Encourage you to do your best to get better? Huh. He's self-deprecating now, and I feel bad for him, but also he's such a dick. Pear Sensei scoffed. Go eat a proper lunch and head over to Apollo. He'll take better care of you anyway. With a heavy heart, I respected Pear Sensei's wish and left him alone in the classroom. After school. Okay. I think this is all the same. Let's give it to Pear Sensei again, see if we get a bad end again. I got the bad ending again! How? Maybe answer seriously instead of calling him a strawberry. Skip. Shake my head. Okay. Guess there's no helping it. I'm Satoru. I'm gonna stay in bed. And then I'm gonna go with Pear Sensei. Alright. Give it back to Pear Sensei. Oh, okay. That first choice is what threw us off. Okay. Even though I had just left the classroom, I found myself wandering back. Pear Sensei was still at his desk gathering papers. What are you doing here? I forgot something. Sensei continued packing his briefcase. I thought I told you earlier that you're a bad liar. Ah, okay. He's not winning me over. He's not. I refuse. I refuse to be won over. He tapped a stack of papers against his desk, then drew himself up to give me his full attention. What are you really doing here? I told you, I really did forget something. I snickered, but the tone of his sigh made me picture him rolling his eyes. He shifted his weight, deciding to play my game. What did you forget? It's somewhere in this classroom. Sensei groaned. I'm not stupid. It's Valentine's Day and I'm a young teacher, but I'm not walking with you to the gym. What? No, that's not why I'm here. Why? What? I'm also confused then. If you're gonna stall like this, you might as well salvage the blackboard. The students who cleared it today did a poor job. Wow, you're putting me to work. I glanced at the aforementioned blackboard. The student on the blackboard duty hadn't properly erased its contents. There were still some remnants of the quadratic equation and some solutions sitting around the edges. I'm on it, coach. I skipped towards the tray, reaching for the eraser. I'm your coach out there and your math teacher in here. Yes, but a sensei is still a sensei. Pear Sensei groaned louder and began clearing the board next to me. Aw, it's a joint activity. Are we gonna bump hands? We quietly spent the next few minutes ensuring the blackboard was chalk-free. I watched Sensei use circular motions to dust off his writing, but he wasn't doing nearly as good a job as me. I was quick and efficient. When I finished, I placed the eraser on the tray, ready to head towards the door. Jordan, don't forget, part of the job is dusting the erasers too. Sensei handed me his eraser. Right. I eagerly obliged, grabbing the other eraser and clapping them together enthusiastically. Hey, wait! Inside? You did this inside? That was my best fake sneeze. Soon the room filled with chalk dust, and Sensei was sneezing every moment he could gasp for breath. I gotta make it more manly. That was my best effort to make it more manly. The screamo sneeze. Anyway, Jordan! Sorry, Sensei. I must have lost some common sense this morning, too. You think? Thankfully, the dust cleared, and Sensei was able to straighten himself out after his sneezing fit. Oh, is he no longer a pearhead? You senseless beanpole. Sensei? What did you think you were doing? Sparkle. He doesn't have glasses. I'm disappointed. You're supposed to dust the erasers outside the classroom. Despite the malicious intent emanating from Pear Sensei, I was pleasantly surprised. I could actually see his anger. I could see Pear Sensei's foul scowl. Foul scowl. Where's your head, Jordan? Where's yours? I subconsciously replied and immediately regretted my mouth. Wait, I didn't... What was that? Are you sassing me? No, Don't you have a game to get to? Go to the gym. I mean... Sensei brushed his hair back and... Ooh, he was handsome. Oh man, I just laughed so hard my bag popped. Don't make me tell you twice. I wanted to... His piercing glare both won my heart. Oh, excuse me. And sent chills down my spine. Oh, you turned on by him glaring at you? Why do I like that? Ooh, you're perfect. Right, I fumbled with the zipper on my bag and opened it as quickly as trembling fingers could. Just wanted to say I can see your actual face now, and wow. Who do you think I am? Best boy Bo? Kind-hearted Apollo? I don't care. Okay, yeah, sure, Sensei. I got makeup in my eye. The cat is complaining at the door. Right. Let me just... I quickly pulled the box of chocolates from my bag and placed them gently on his desk before them. Happy Valentine's Day. My insides squirmed with anxiety, hope, and fear. I could feel Pear Sensei's eyes track me as I scurried out the door. What a grump. What a grump. We got Pear's happy ending. Ending A. Cinnamon pear crisp. What the fuck? I had to cook him. You have to cook a pear to make that. You would have to cook his head. What the fuck? I'm gonna end it here. Because while I could totally go through the other endings, I'm not gonna. I'm definitely not gonna. Today. Maybe I'll do another one. But, gotta take care of me. Me. That's what I'm trying to do lately. That's my new task for my current existence. Take care of me. So, that includes ending the episode here. Thank you everybody for coming out and playing with me. I hoped you like romancing Pear Sensei. He's kind of a dick. But I guess it worked out in the end. Maybe he's like hard on the outside, softy on the inside. Dude, I don't know why that made me want ice cream. Anyway, make sure to stretch, drink your water, take care of yourself, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one, alright? Bye!